So it's time for the Kent Derby versus Gillingham, and let's see how we get on. It's all gone a bit quiet for that man there and Christian Benteke. Roll the intro. No, I won't stop. Hello and welcome back to the Folkestone Invicta Save. I am Cultured Left Foot. It's a pleasure to have you with me. And we've got a new contract in discussion, and it is confirmed that Jay Kavanagh is looking to sell the club. So hopefully it means we can get some investment. A buyer will be found which will invest a lot of money, and we can finally, after 6 or 7 seasons, actually have some money to invest in the club, which would be quite useful. We are also, we'll just go into this, I'm just going to accept pretty much. Let's try and get a 4-year contract, and we'll take a little bit of a pay cut. No, okay, we'll go for a... Well, no, sorry, we'll go 3 years and pay me $2,000. Okay, that, whatever, fine, done. Yeah, we've sort of stagnated again a little bit. 2 wins, Portsmouth and Arsenal, which we saw obviously together. And then 3-1, we lost to Bristol Rovers. Very annoying. Zane Walker getting 2 and Shez Harris getting 1. Harry Charsley getting our goal. We actually went 1-0 up, which was more annoying. Port Vale went 1-0 up, conceded a 94th minute equaliser. 2-2 against Oxford, conceded an 87th minute equaliser. It's just that fitness seems to be the issue of the tactic again. I think I'm going to have a tactical rethink about the 3 formations I've got. So, as you can see, they're all quite sort of similar. But I think I'm going to need to come up with a tactic that just sees the game out, like an ultra-defensive sort of tactic that we can get used to. But it's not going too bad. It's not going too bad. Morale is still very, very good. Fitness is good. We've had a bit of time off as well, which is good in between these games. 3 days, rested everybody for 2 days, means they all get fully fit. So it's totally fine. And then, yeah, we've just done the new contract, so let's carry on and just make sure that all gets confirmed, which it does. They're delighted. Cabrera is injured. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention this. Transfer history, players out. We actually sent Cabrera out on loan to Atalanta back in South America, and Eric and Nan joined Newport County. Because we brought in Christian Benteke and Douglas Costa, we didn't really need these two to really be focusing too much, so they've gone out to develop with a bit more first team football away from the club, which I think is good. I'm delighted to stay here. I'm absolutely loving it. So Gillingham and Cardiff in today's game, one at the bottom in the Kent Derby, and then a top of the table clash against Cardiff. But we have dropped off the pace a little bit. We're still in and around. We're not too far off, which is the main thing. But I do think now we are being hindered by not being able to invest money in the club. If we go and look at League One, for example, and then you go sponsorship income, we are so far off everybody else. It's ridiculous, like absolutely ridiculous. Season preview, I think, still has us down the bottom. Yeah, finishing bottom now, even though we're at the moment up in 7th. You look at stats, you go to team detailed, isn't it? You want salary per annum. We are in 19th at the moment, so we're not right at the bottom. We do pay a lot of salary out, but net transfer spend, we're 7th with a profit of 10k. Obviously, these teams like Cardiff profit 14 million, absolutely ludicrous. But yeah, it's average attendance, we're above Crew, which I guess is pretty good. Average attendance by capacity, we're actually 7th, which is decent. So sellouts, we haven't had any sellouts, 0, which is a bit disappointing. So we'll have to see how that goes. But we'll be back for the game. Oh no, it's game day today, so we won't be back for it. We'll just play it right here, right now. They're in pretty poor form, so we're going to start relatively attacking. We've been using the youth system and the youth teams to give people game time that aren't continually focusing in the first team. So Dennis in goal, Ashbury, Humphreys and Reddy, Byron right wing back, Clampin left wing back, Ionita, Kukabinski, Charsley, Baloney and Stansfield. And they're playing a flat 4-4-2. Hopefully we can take advantage of that. So team talk, in we go. In fact, Ross, I trust you. I trust you here, Ross. We are the favourites, and then we're passionately going to say I have faith. Get out there, give us a performance and make that difference that we know you can do. Game gets underway then in the Kent Derby. Folkestone Invicta versus Gillingham Town. I think that's what they're called, Gillingham Town. Just Gillingham, probably. They're starting cautious. We're going to start positive, and hopefully we can go and make a difference and get a good result. An early goal would be wonderful if we could do that. For us, not for them. FM. That would be great. Headed away, Stansfield. Flicks it onto Charsley. Now there is a chance for a counter-attack. Baloney is the furthest man forward. Charsley's gone wide to the left. Ball across. Baloney's there and it's gone in. Kelly couldn't keep the header out and it is 1-0. And I did want an early goal, and that's what we've got. Nicholas Belloni steps up, and the crowd would be going wild at Cheriton Road at the official name, Build Kent Stadium, I think it's called. Charsley ball in, Belloni, just terrible marking, terrible goalkeeping all round from Gillingham. And really, it's a fantastic start. See, again, a win just pushes us straight back up into the playoff spot. So if we can hold on to this one, we've got a knack of throwing away results, which is really disappointing. Byram comes forward down the right-hand side, puts a ball in. Stansfield's there, and Kelly holds on to this one. Really good play from Sam Byram on the right-hand side. We know that he is a crucial player for us now, signing the ex-Norwich player as it goes. Ready with a header over the bar. It's all Folkestone at the moment, which is absolutely brilliant. This is what we want to see. They're looking motivated. They're looking fired up. You know, we just got to keep... I mean, they haven't had a shot yet, which is wonderful. Dennis into Humphreys to Kokubinski. Kokubinski out to Sam Byram on the right-hand side again. He's got a bit of space to run into. Byram, he cuts back. He's tackled by Charles Cook. Taylor into Charles Cook again for Gillingham. Into May. Loads of time and space, but they've not really got too many options up front. Hanlon goes round clamping Risley into the box. Hanlon, he's through, he shoots, hits the side net in. And I'd like to think that Will Dennis in goal would have had that covered quite easily. So thank you very much for the comments and everything that's been on the video as they head it past the post. Live goes just past the post. Yeah, some advice for players and who you think are the best player transfers and tactical tweaks. So we have taken on advice from Old Lady Plays. We no longer have a playmaker in here. It's an attacking midfielder. It does seem to be making a difference. Charsley does seem to be getting a bit more of the ball. She mentioned that, you know, having two of the playmakers quite close would be sort of counterproductive in the sense that they would both try and get the ball at the same time. But we are 1-0 up at half time. Don't get complacent. Don't let the fans down. But then we will give them a calmly said have faith and all that jazz. So let's get into the tactical. Anyone playing badly? 6.6 Kokubinski, 6.6 Clampin, 6.6 Byron. That surprises me. And the Libero on a 6.6 as well. We'll leave it as it is for the time being because we are playing well. They've only had 2 shots and both of them have been on target. But I don't know if it's the winter update, but we're definitely creating a lot less like chances, clear cut and half chances as designated by the stats now. Which is another thing I want to look into. Whether the computer just the AI has learned to nullify what we do because we've been playing it so consistently over time, but I don't know. Horncastle, ball in, Humphreys heads the header. Byram brings it forward. He's got men in central midfield there if he wants to use them. Byram, good ball through. Stansfield's through. Can he shoot? He does. 2-0. And that is a very, very good goal. Sam Byram with a lovely assist. And now this is where we should be working on a formation to really just close the game out. Sam Byram comes forward with it. Just takes his time. Left-footed pass as well into the space. Stansfield runs onto it. Terrible goalkeeping again from Kelly in goal for Gillingham. But I am very happy that we are 2-0 up. 55 minutes gone. Byram with a throw into Belloni. Byram again. Gets it back. Lays it back to Ionita. Ionita to Charsley. He could have a shot. He doesn't. He holds the ball up. Sam Byram. Byram down towards the ball. And Byram's in. Charsley's there. And again. And Ionita. Oh, it's fantabulous is a word I was going to use there, which isn't actually a proper word. But Dennis sees that out for a goal kick. And, yeah, half an hour to go. I'm still happy with how we're playing. They haven't had a shot on target. Lowe's into Hanlon, back to Lowe's. Lowe's, Charsley with a good tackle. What can he do here? Just hoof it away. Actually, he does really well to give it to Clampin. Charsley there, long ball. I think he was looking for Stansfield, but didn't really come off. Coulson into Richards. Gillingham looking to get a bit of possession in the play now. Froome, Coulson. Back to Froome again, out to Richards. Richards on the left-hand side for Gillingham. Ball across. May's there, over the bar. And I'm just happy that their first shot on goal didn't go in because that is classic Football Manager to do that. Right, I am now going to take a risk and we're going to go off the Gegenpress. Actually, we're going to leave that one there. We're going to go to this and we're going to come off Gegenpress and we're going to go to a direct counter-attack. So really lowers the intensity. Should keep us a little bit fitter. We don't need to push the wing-backs on as much. You guys can sit in here. You guys can sit there. Yeah, only one attacking player, which is Stansfield. Everybody else should be helping out sort of defensively. This is to try and see if we can basically not get knackered and give away goals in the last few minutes. However, I know that Football Manager does have history of giving goals to the AI as soon as you change tactical tweaks. So Lowe's into Corbenau. Corbeneo back to Lowe's. Corbeneo again. That's a shot blocked. That's okay. Clampin gets there and clears it out for a throw-in. So that's not too bad. I am happy if that is going to continue happening through the save. Or through this game, sorry. We will look maybe fresh legs. 10 minutes to go. We've got a 7.4 Clampin on a 6.7. So I think he's a prime suspect to come off. We'll bring Boateng on in that position. Yeah, he can play as the defensive one. Maybe Kokubinski as well. We could bring off for someone like Harris. But Harris isn't. Kokubinski has decent defensive stats, so I'm happy to leave him in there at the moment. Byram's doing well after that assist. I think, yeah, just the one sub. Just get some fresh legs on that left wing back spot. As into the last 7 minutes. Lowe's goes long. I mean, that's terrible marking from us. Taylor shoots Dennis with an easy save. The fact we've got 3 centre-backs there, he was picked out incredibly easy, which is very annoying. Dennis. Up to Ashby. Good pass. Ashby into Ionita. Ionita out to Boateng, the sub. Ball over the top, looking for Stansford. He shoots, and it's just over the bar and hits the stanchion at the back. But again, it's I'm not too fussed. I'm happy with that. Ashby. Ashby into Byram. Byram to Charsley. Charsley to Ionita. Into Belloni. Back to Kokubinski. Over the top. It's a bit of a poor pass. Charsley doesn't quite get there. But Byram clears up the loose ball all the way back to Dennis. And with about 3.5 minutes to go, we are looking... Oh, God. Why do I open my mouth? I was going to say... reasonably comfortable is what I was going to say. I was just waiting for that highlight to finish into the arms of Will Dennis. So I think we will make one final sub. And we will give Harris a run out here. And we'll switch those two over. We'll just switch you to... is there anything? Deep line playmaker on defend. It still keeps you pretty defensive, which I'm happy about. And we'll go from there. 2 minutes to go. Corbeneo fires for May. Hits it past the post. So they've come back into it a little bit as we've dropped off and gone to this direct counter-attacking style. But I think this is the sort of in-game management I need to do more. Because we take the lead... Oh, God. We take the lead a bit better. We do take the lead fairly often and then give goals away. So I think if we can manage it better, the royal we, I'm including you in this. But there is a good 2-0 win in the Kent Derby. I am delighted with that. Sam Byram turns his game around, actually. And ended up with man of the match, I think. Yeah, player of the match. Started on a 6.6. Ended on a 7.6. So really did turn it around in that second half. Lovely stuff. And in 4 days' time, we're going to be playing Cardiff. So we move back into the promotion places, up into 6th, which is good. I say a few game in hands. We need it all to sort of even out, really. But not too bad. 6 points off top. We've still got a chance. Second place would be wonderful. Playoffs again would be brilliant, to be honest. But yeah, lovely stuff. We'll be back for the game against Cardiff. See you then. Here we are then, back for the game against Cardiff, where we're lining up in a 3-5-2 again, or a 5-2-1-2 wing-back direct counter-attack. So we're playing on the cautious direct counter-attack. We are at home, which is a bit of a concern, but we're going to start with this more defensive, long ball-ish counter-attacking style, because I think Cardiff are going to come at us. They're better than us, so I think that's what we should try and do. No changes to the starting 11. In fact, to the whole squad. No changes at all to anybody. I want to stick with the team that got us a good win against Gillingham in the derby. So let's get into it. Did I ask Ross to tell us who to kick? Yes, I did. Good. Shez into Reed. Up to Watson. Cardiff coming straight at us. Byron with a good tackle. Lovely stuff. So if we could win this would really put us back in amongst the top runners in the division. However, I am not expecting us to, as Dennis makes the save from Murphy's free kick. And I'm just wondering if we're starting a little bit too defensive at home for this sort of game. Franklin into Lusala, into Rules. Ramsey looks to turn, lays it back to Franklin, back to Ramsey. Ramsey to Rules. Rules shoots and it's hit the post, and they are coming at us now. I just want to make sure, is that Aaron? No, Jay Ramsey. I'm wondering if they had signed a very elderly Aaron Ramsey or something, but yeah, we're not really doing much. Well, it's only 12 minutes in. Let's leave it a little bit longer. Demand a bit more from them. As I just feel like we're giving up a bit too much. Franklin hits a free kick that goes past the post. Right, we're going to, 15 minutes in, we're going to go to this, but we're going to go to cautious. And so we're going to go back to a bit more of an attacking formation, but still play a little bit more on the defensive side of the cautiousness, as Clampin has been booked. So yeah, I mean, we've picked up yellow cards because the direct counter-attack has get stuck in on it. Lusala into Ramsey. Ramsey, it's blocked. Ionita is there, gets it away. Can Charsley? Charsley gets the ball first, puts the ball through to Baloney. Baloney's beating his man. Baloney's one-on-one, he shoots, and it's a bit of a tame shot, and Caleb makes an easy save. But that's a decent little chance that we've fathomed and created for ourselves there. Let's go for the old get creative as well. As you can see, get creative and demand more are my two main go-to shouts. Dennis, ready. He's got Clamp in here on the left. Left wing back is a position definitely looking to improve in the January. Hopefully we can get the board takeover done before that, and hopefully they'll invest some money in the transfers. As Lusala into Franklin. Franklin ball in, ready, blocks it. Ionita gets it away to Byram on the right hand side. You could just see Baloney there making a run. Hasn't really gone to offer any support to Byram though. Kokobinski, Ashby, oh, he's robbed by Reed, and Glatzel's got a chance. He's held up, but it's back to Reed. They've worked this well, Cardiff, and Reddy clears it away. It's bouncing around, and Rules picks it up. Watson on the left-hand side. Ball in, and we're just sort of chucking bodies in the way at the moment, which is fine, as long as it doesn't go in the net. I'm very, very happy. Yes, we can get Kukabinski to hold off challenges as well a little bit. Just a quick shout of demand more before half-time. Dennis into Reddy. Got a space out here for Clamping again, but he goes long. Baloney, time to bring it down. Out to Stansfield. Stansfield, ball across. Sam Byram heads it on. Baloney's there. Oh, outside of the post. Probably should have done better. And into half-time. We had a chance to nick a goal there before half-time. So passionately, calmly, I am pleased that we are playing well, and then assertively there's a lot more to come. And we can go out there and we can get a win against a very high-flying Cardiff team. Some poor performances all around at the moment, but we'll let them have a little bit longer just to try and worm their way back into this game. We were playing better as we changed the setup. You can see we have the only clear-cut chance of the game, that one from Baloney that hit the outside of the post. Byram, Kokobinski into Ionita. Ionita back to Ashby. Ashby all the way across the Clamping, but down the other end is a free kick. Franklin, and that's poor. That's poor, not enough bend on it. But we're doing okay. Now I could up us to positive as well to try and get our shot count up. I think we're going to have to go for either Baloney or an attacking midfielder, maybe Douglas Costa. Obviously had a big impact on the game last time we brought him on a live com. Lusala into Reddy. He's got round him. He's got round another, and Dennis makes the save. 52 minutes gone. And yeah, it's not brilliant from us, but it's also not terrible. We'll go up to balance just to see if we can get something a bit more going forward. Kokobinski picks up the loose ball. Great ball out to Clamping on the left-hand side. Clamping shoots, it's blocked, and Ramsey's there. Cardiff nearly planned themselves into a bit of a mess. But we are going to now, with half an hour to go, make a sub. Baloney off. Benteke on. Target man on attack. Charsley off. Could do Harris and drop 3 men into that midfield. Yeah, do you know what? I think I am going to do that. Harris will drop in here. No, we'll drop in here. Harris can become a Mazzala on support in there. Kokobinski can come box to box, and you'll become... Actually, let's switch you two over. Deep line playmaker on defend. Box to box. It's a little bit more defensive, but I'm kind of happy with it. I'm hoping we can hit Benteke up the pitch to give us an option. Clamping on a 6.4 isn't brilliant either. We have got Boateng on the bench who can come on to replace him, but we'll see. Let's just quickly update these. No, Ross still doesn't want to change anything. He's still happy just kicking those two players we've got. Demand more. Although, yeah, I think I probably would take a 0-0 against Cardiff. They are a very good team. Right, 14 minutes to go. Clamping off. Boateng on at wing back. Play. Onita has been booked. We will ask him to just ease off tackles. Boateng wins it back really well on the left-hand side. He's tackled by Ramsey, who keeps it in play. Gets it away, but Reddy recovers. Into Boateng again. Kokobinski. Kokobinski comes forward. He's gone a long way. Oh, he's hit the outside of the post. What an effort from Kokobinski. So unlucky. Let's get creative. We're just edging ourselves into this game in the last few minutes. I'm just worried that we're going to get absolutely shattered. Harris. Back to Byram. He beats his man, puts across, and Stansfield's there. Oh, it's saved by Caleb. They've gone very attacking, but it's us that are getting the best of the game at the moment. Kokobinski. Where can he put this? 3 minutes to go-ish. It goes in. Humphreys straight at Catleyard. Oh my God, it's gone in. He's kicked it straight at Jaden Harris. He's kicked it straight at Jaden Harris. And we've scored. What is that about? Kokubinski fires in a corner. Humphreys with a header. Caillard saves it. Harris just loiters in front of him. And Caillard has had an absolute mare. Boots it straight at him. One of the weirdest goals I've seen on Football Manager this year. And right now, we are parking the bus. We are not going anywhere. I don't understand why parking the bus would have never waste time. Catencio, frequently waste time, slow pace down. That looks more like it. That looks more like what I want to play. I'm just going to say absolutely bosh it long. Like, literally. And where's in transition? In transition, take long kicks, distribute to target man. I think that is, and we'll slow the pace down. That is wonderful. Cansancio is the most defensive formation you can play. And I'm hoping it works. Give them a bit of praise. Oh, they're going to score, aren't they? They're going to score because I've gone really defensive. Kate shoots. It's blocked. Watson back across. Boateng with a header. Ramsey. Franklin bouncing around. Ashby clears it away. Stansfield goes, just run to the corner and hold it up. Something they don't do in Football Manager, so I don't know why I've asked them to do that. Ionita. Boateng into Kokubinski. Just give it back to Boateng. That's fine. He's gone right, and that's a terrible pass. Terrible decision there. And it's 3-on-3 at the back here. Kate, we're coming back into our shape, which is good. Rules. Ramsey. Reed. Ramsey again. It's past the post. I just don't like how many highlights they're getting. Reed. Ball across. Franklin is beaten by Kokubinski. Now we go. Now we go. Someone make a run. Kokubinski's going all the way on his own. Kokubinski 1-on-1. What a tackle from Rules. Stansfield. Just win a free kick or something. And he's got a corner. It's cleared away and there is 25 seconds to go. And we may just hold on here for a wonderful victory. We're counting the time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blow the whistle, referee. Blow the whistle, referee. It's back down the halfway line. It goes long. Benteke's beaten in the air. Kokubinski picks it up. Ionita out to Byram. Sam Byram beats his man. Puts it in. Stansfield can't get there. Kokubinski. Referee, blow the whistle. Just blow the whistle. You've played 20 seconds extra. Ionita. Ionita to Boateng. There it is! Yes! A wonderful, wonderful victory that. We've played that really well. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Passionately. They'd written us off. You've proved them all wrong. We went and got the goal, and that moves us up. I don't know where it moves. It must move us up the league to 5th. Loving that. Still 6 points off top, but we like crawl in QPR, Portsmouth, and Cardiff. They have all got a game in hand on us, but that is superb. Stansfield's injured. 11 to 3 days with a gashed lower leg. You wanker. Oh, who did that to him? But that is a wonderful result. I think we'll come back probably. Well, unless there's big news about the takeover, I'm probably going to play through all the way till the end of December and we'll do QPR and Plymouth, I think, before the January transfer window. And we can have a quick review of who we want to buy and what we want to do. But that is a superb result against Cardiff. Absolutely delighted with that. And Gillingham as well. 2 fantastic results at games at home in front of over 4,000 people. Really, really good stuff. Delighted. And, yeah, absolutely brilliant. The training that we're doing seems to be working really well at the moment in terms of keeping players fit and getting them working on what we want them to. It's just we've got to just keep this going and keep it running and hope that whoever decides to buy the club gives us a bit of money to spend, because I think we just need to just push us that little bit further and get some new players in, especially I think a left wing back, and I think it's quite close to Darren Boateng taking over, and he's not the best, taking over from Clampin, because Clampin has not been playing well recently. Where is he? Clampin is obviously suspended for the next game, which isn't useful anyway. But there we go. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure. I'm really happy you're here. Please do leave a like, subscribe, all that jazz. And just pray. Leave a comment saying what sort of owner you want. Do you want a sugar daddy? Do you want a billionaire? Do you want a fan-led consortium? Do you want just a consortium? Let me know down below, because I have no idea what each of the ones mean. So I think someone with the most money would be amazing. But thank you so much for watching. For now, I'm out. Cheers.